Seoul, South Korea. The rival Koreas fired artillery rounds into the sea as part of provocative drills along their disputed sea boundary Friday, in violation of the fragile 2018 Inter-Korean agreement, and threatened strong responses against each other if provoked. The development is expected to escalate tensions on the Korean peninsula. The last 2 years have seen North Korea performing a record number of missile tests and South Korea and the US expanding their defense exercises in a tit-for-tat cycle. Experts say North Korea will likely intensify a run of weapons tests ahead of the US presidential election in November. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said North Korea fired more than 200 rounds in the waters north of their western sea boundary on Friday morning. It was North Korea's first frontline maritime firing exercise in about a year. Joint Chiefs of Staff spokesperson Lee Sung-joon told a televised briefing that the North's artillery firing was an act of provocation that threatens peace and heightens tensions on the Korean peninsula. Lee said South Korea suffered no damage. In a corresponding step, South Korea's defense ministry said it had its troops on 2 border islands fire artillery rounds south of the sea boundary later Friday. Local media said South Korea fired 400 rounds. A defense ministry statement said the military will maintain a firm readiness to strongly punish any provocations by North Korea. North Korea's military later said that its firing drills were a sort of natural countermeasure against the South's other military drills earlier this week. It said the military gangsters of South Korea must not shift blame for tensions to the North. If the enemies commit an act which may be regarded as a provocation under the pretext of so-called counteraction, the North Korean People's Army will show tough counteraction on an unprecedented level, the KPA's General Staff said in a statement. Ahead of the South Korean drills Friday, authorities blared broadcasts via street loudspeakers and sent text messages to residents on the 5 major border islands, asking them to evacuate to safe places. They worried North Korea could conduct a new round of firing training in response but lifted the evacuation order a few hours later as they detected no suspicious activities by the North's military, according to local officials. South Korea resumed frontline aerial surveillance in protest at the North satellite launch. North Korea responded that it would deploy powerful weapons at the border and won't abide by the 2018 deal any longer. South Korea later accused North Korea of restoring frontline guard posts that it had dismantled under the 2018 deal. South Korea has previously accused North Korea of having already breached the deal numerous times with firing drills at the buffer zones, including one as recently as December 2022 off the Korean peninsula's east coast.